Assalamu alaikum class. Today I am going to discuss the topic molting in insects. Another name of the process of molting is ecdysis or shedding. Then the question must arise in your mind: why molting is necessary in case of insects? Although it is an energy consuming process, then why insect molt? So the answer of this question is that insects have hard exoskeleton which is present outside their body, and with this exoskeleton they cannot grow in size. So before the growth they have to shed their exoskeleton. This is the definition of the molting in insects. The product shedding of old cuticle and the subsequent formation of new one is the molting or ecdysis. It is actually a product process which is present in insects. Molting in insects. Molting is triggered by the hormone, and these hormones have the limit. When an insect growth reaches its limit of its exoskeleton, each molt represents the end of the growth stage. Insect growth stages are known as the instars. Mostly insects have 5 instars: first larval instar, second, third, fourth, and up to so on. It depends upon the species of the insect. In some insects, the number of instar is constant, 3 to 15. However, in some cases, it varies according to the temperature, food availability, or environmental conditions. An adult insect which is sexually mature, it is known as the amigo. At this point, molting stops, and now the energy which is consuming previously for the purpose of the growth, for the purpose of the molting, is now utilized in the production of eggs or sperms, etc. An insect cannot survive without the support and protection of its exoskeleton. In higher animals, endoskeleton is present, while in lower animals, hydrostatic skeleton or other kinds of skeleton are present. But in case of insects, exoskeleton is present. Exo mean outside, which is present outside the body, and without the exoskeleton, insect is very delicate. They cannot survive under the harsh environmental conditions, or you can say insects are easily prone to attack by the predators, etc. An insect cannot survive with the support and protection of exoskeleton. A new, larger replacement must be constructed inside the older one. When the product shedding of old cuticle occur, then there must be production of new cuticle inside it. Otherwise, it causes a serious question for insect security. The molting process begins when the epidermal cells respond to hormonal changes by the increasing their protein synthesis. Apolysis is the phenomenon of uh, breaking the connection between the epidermis and the cuticle, or the physical separation of epidermis from the old cuticle. Epidermal cells fill the gap with an inactive molting fluid and then secrete a special lipoprotein, the cuticle layer, that insulate and protect them from the molting fluid digestive action. This cuticle layer become a part of new exoskeleton epicuticle. After the formation of cuticle layer, molting fluid become activated and chemically digest the endocuticle of the old exoskeleton. Breakdown products, amino acids and chitin microfibril pass through the cuticle layer. When they are recycled by the epidermal cells and secreted under the cuticle layer as a new procuticle. Pore canals within the procuticle allow the movement of the lipids and proteins toward the new epicuticle where the wax and cement layer forms. When the new exoskeleton is ready, muscular contraction and the intake of air causes the insect body to swell until the old exoskeleton splits along the line of the weakness, which are known as the ecdysal sutures. These are the specific lines at which exoskeleton splits. The insect shed its exoskeleton and continue to expand the new one. Over the first few hours, sclerates will be hardened. Hardening of the exoskeleton is known as the sclerotization. As the insect that is actively constructing exoskeleton is said to be in ferret condition, during the days or weeks of this process, there must be very little evidence of change. Ecdysis, however, occur quickly in minutes to hours. A newly molted insect is soft and pigmentation is less and mostly color of that insect is white or ivory. It is said to be the tenarial condition until the process of tanning is completed. Excava, the cuticular discarded portion after the molting, is known as excava. Um, and biologists use these remaining pieces to identify the species of the animal. Stadium, the time interval between two consecutive molting periods is known as stadium. This is the excava. It is the remnant of the exoskeleton. Here you can see in star and the form assumed. Basically, stadium is the time period between the two consecutive molting, and these forms which undergo molting is known as the instars. It is the phase or two period between the two molting stages of invertebrate animal. Steps of molting in insects. First of all, behavioral changes occur in insects. Larvae stop feeding and become inactive. Changes occur in the epidermis. Cell size increases. Activities enhance. Protein and enzymes content increases, and thus tension on the old cuticle increases to loosen it. Apolysis is the detachment of the cuticle from the epidermis. Formation of subcuticular space. In this stage, the space is formed in subcuticular area. Secretion of gel. Secretion of molting gel into the subcuticular space that is rich in chitinase and the protease. These are the enzymes for the breakdown of the proteins and the chitin. New epicuticular layer is formed. Lipoprotein layer is laid on the epidermis. Procuticular layer is formed below the epicuticle. Activation of molting gel. The gel is converted into molting fluid and digest and absorb the endocuticle. Wax layer is formed in the next stage. Cement layer is formed. Dermal glands produces the cement layer. Molting involved two steps: rupturing of old cuticle as the water and air is absorbed, and thus pressure is generated by the blood at the head and the thorax, and the ecdysial line rupturing takes place. Actually, this blood is exerting pressure on the old cuticle to rupture it. Removal of old cuticle due to peristaltic movement of body and lubricant action of molting fluid helps in removal. Formation of exocuticle. The outer layer of procuticle develop as exocuticle. Formation of endocuticle. The below layer of procuticle develop as endocuticle. Molting in insects. Here you can see the molting in the mayfly. This is the mayfly, and molting occur. Here you can see the remnant of the exoskeleton. Molting in insects, the lower region of the old cuticle are then digested by the enzymes and subsequently absorbed. The process of molting can start. Here you can see this is the epidermis, and the hormone old ecdysone is present in the cuticular layer um, in the vessel like structures. This is the new cuticle, and this is the old cuticle which is rupturing due to uh, ecdysis or due to presence of enzymes. This is the structure of insect integument. This is the bristle. These are the small tube-like structures extending from the body wall of the insect, and mostly these are sensory in nature. This is the trichogen cell. This are the epidermis, and these are the dermal cell. This is the duct which of the epidermal gland, which open to the surface of the body. The outermost layer of the cuticle is the apicuticle. Below the apicuticle, exocuticle is present, and this is the endocuticle. Control of molting. As all of you know that molting is controlled by an hormone that is known as the ecdysone. Chemical structure is 20 hydroxy ecdysone, ecdysotropin, uh, or 20 is it is naturally occurring ecdysteroid hormone which control the ecdysis or molting and metamorphosis of arthropoda. This is the chemical structure of the ecdysone. This is the molting in the Arthroptera, and this is the molting in the grasshopper. Molting in the Dictyostera, here you can see the remnant of the exoskeleton. This is clearly visible in white color. This is the completion of the topic. Thank you, class.